Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Hope everyone's having a good day today. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. This morning kind of sucked. Just like did not sleep well last night, and on top of that, I'm looking at the board, right, and it's just like it's one of those days, man. I I don't know how to say it, but it's like it's tough being a content creator and but like at its whole, right? Like I'm never gonna force a bet for content. You know what I'm saying? So it's tough like finding that balance to where like you can have plays every single day by a certain time, even if it's like, but it's like I don't like anything and I don't want to make anything an official play. So yeah, JJ. With that being said, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right, but this might be one of the worst boards I've ever seen.
Yeah, have you had like 15 minutes or so to look at it or?
Yeah,
Yeah, man, it's tough. Just not seeing the board well this morning. So, what's up, Tommaso? How you doing? Yeah. With that being said, guys, the plan for today is to go game by game, and I see a good comment already, Daniel. Trust me, I looked into this stuff, and we'll get more in depth in it. But I do really like both those guys. I literally had them in the bet slip queued up, both of them at each separate time. However, it's like they didn't start Edie last game, and he starts pretty much every game, and there's just a big difference. And then they've been starting like Scottie Pippen too, like over Kennard, and there's just going to be like a big difference in minutes played. When you're starting, if you're starting, those guys will probably play 32 minutes, and if they're coming off the bench, they'll probably play like 26 or something. So, I mean, that's a big difference, right? So yeah, I love both those guys 100%, Daniel. But it's just like I want to wait and see what the starting lineup's going to be because then I'll have like different minute projections for them. And yeah, Memphis has just been weird recently. So I mean, like I would assume Edie starts, and if Edie starts, then they're probably not going to start JJJ, Edie, and Santi. So yeah. Okay, guys. Let's start on the first game of the slate, Orlando at Charlotte. JJ, I have a really strong lean here on Mark Williams PRA at 24.5. So just like basic stuff that I did the other day when I took him up against Cat, right? I mean, he's so without or with LaMelo Ball, with Miles Bridges, without Brandon Miller. I mean, he's averaging 29.8 PRA in the sample. It's probably getting carried a little bit by that Memphis game. The more I look at it, but yeah, good hit rates. Played 28 minutes in a game they lost by 17, which is pretty encouraging. 5.5 point spread at home against the Magic. Magic are on the second night of a back-to-back. So like this game should be close too. If that's the case, it's like he'll probably play 31 minutes or so, like he did against the Knicks. But yeah, so I'd probably give him like a 26 to 31 minute range, and that's like all good stuff right there. And then whoops, what am I doing? But then also just JJ, like on the dot, right? It's like this sample size has 27.9 minutes per game, and like I'd probably have him at 28 minutes, just like as like a projection. It's like 29.8 PRA. Like the matchup, I don't know. What do you think about the matchup? Because I noticed that Magic really haven't actually been a good rebounding team recently, especially on the offensive glass. They've been giving that up a little bit, and we know that they'll give up shots in the paint. Like you want like ideally you're a high usage driver against them or just like a high usage guy because you'll definitely get shots up. But we know that like they'll run shooters off the line, and like I don't know, man. What do you think about the matchup here for Mark Williams? That's kind of what I'm struggling with here.
yeah. Still definitely attack the rim area, which is gonna be all him. I mean, the Lakers did a good job of that yesterday, 17 and 21 at the rim. It's just they struggled like just outside the restricted areas, 5 of 17 in the like the non-RA paint area. So, I mean, you still should be in a good spot here. A lot of cutting. probably a little bit more attention on Miles Bridges and LaMelo Ball. So,
Like, what do you think? What's keeping me well, not like what's keeping me off the line, but um what like concerns would you have here with Mark at this line? Like, because I really don't see a blowout concern, to be honest with you. Like, I mean, like I really think this game is probably pretty close. But yeah, do you think I'm like missing anything here with this line, or do you think I'm just like overthinking it because I had a shit day yesterday?
it's a possibility of overthinking it a little bit. Um, maybe it's just depend. Maybe Magic switch it up a little bit. I'm not sure. I have to see
Yeah.
what else they did in that paint area.
I mean, they have Wendell Carter playing pretty big minutes. He's not really a great defender.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I'm just like staring at this line, and I'm like, I like it. I'm kind of peeping. He's had like a ton of like really good games against like shit defenses. You know, like Memphis plays super fast. The Bulls, the Wizards, the Hawks, Wizards again. Maybe that's the Spurs. So maybe that's what's kind of keeping me off. But very, very strong lean here on Mark Williams. And maybe we'll end up playing it because I don't know. If I had to project this line, I'd probably put it at man, yeah, I don't even know. I'll just do like no filters. I'll just see like raw PRA per minute stuff. Should just do like with LaMelo. Yeah. Maybe I think I'm just overthinking this, dude. 26 to 31. 8 out of 11. 12 out of 15. Yeah, okay, let's do it. First official play. We'll rip Mark Williams here. I don't even know what I'm waiting for here. Let's see, what's his PR? 22 and a half. JJ, what would you play here? PR or PRA?
I think PRA is fine.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Okay. Actually, yeah. Okay. Yeah. First official play. Like I said, guys, at this time of day, let's see. I play these lines at Prop Builder and FanDuel and Caesars, just because I want to make sure I have good account health and stuff. But yeah, Mark Williams over 14.5 PRA. Okay. Let me quick send this in. JJ, do you want to touch on LaMelo? I know we had a question on LaMelo from Tommaso.
Over points, but is it back to backs? He'll probably rest for me. Let's see where they're playing tomorrow. Not tomorrow, but yeah. Wait, you sure Hornets are on a back to back?
I think he's talking about the Magic, maybe. I'm not
the
sure.
Magic. Okay.
Because I mean, the Magic are on a back to back, so maybe that's
Yeah. Because it says seem low, but is it back to back? He'll probably rest. But I mean, what's his points? 23.5. I mean, he has been struggling lately. But I mean, he's never been an efficient scorer, so I think it just comes down he's not taking as many shots as he usually does. I think it's just because Miles Bridges has been playing very well post All-Star break. So you kind of have to factor that in.
Yeah. I know that. So this Knicks game, that was a good matchup. He got into foul trouble. He only played 28 minutes. 34 minutes. Heat are always tough for him. You know how they scheme against top options. Clippers did not play well. Lost by 35. Tommaso, I kind of like it. Yeah, he did have some monster games against them, but yeah, that was without Bridges and Williams for sure. But yeah, just knowing how the Magic defend, right? It's probably going to be a big game for LaMelo, and then scoring wise and stuff, or a lot of volume at least. Said Melo probably sits. Yeah, why do you? What? Just curious. What? LaMelo's not on the injury report. Okay. JJ, Magic thoughts. So Hornets play a deep drop with Mark Williams. Give up a lot of catch and shoot. Protect the rim pretty well, but yeah. Do you have any thoughts on Magic stuff? Because I just never
Probably
really...
Corey Joseph here.
Kojo. What do you think of like 8.5 PA?
Probably that, yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Does he get pick and roll reps ever? I guess he did a little bit, mostly spot up, but
just a little bit. But he still gets decent amount of assists too.
Kojo. Okay, let's move on to the next game. Spurs at Detroit. Detroit stuff. I really wanted to play Asar. Look, bro, this line makes no sense. Like he's coming off games of 16 minutes. He just played 9 minutes without Cade. And I wanted to buy low against Spurs because they give up so much stuff in their restricted area. But we do not have that opportunity, unfortunately. So Cade, is he actually hurt? Is he going to play? I don't know. Piston stuff, complete skip for me. We don't know if Tim's going to play. From the Spurs side of things, let's see, Spurs injury report. I believe that Stephon Castle is questionable. Right knee hyperextension. So, I mean, yeah, JJ. I think this stuff is probably a stay away for now.
Yeah, until we get more clarity on that injury.
Yep. Yeah. Well, let's see. We got Duran PR. I mean, it's a great matchup. It's 100% an amazing matchup for Duran. So yeah. Go to less than 10 feet. Spurs. Yeah, a ton of buckets in there. See, opponent shooting restricted area. Yeah, Spurs restricted area, a ton of stuff. So, and then where's rebounding? I mean, they're not a great rebounding team. I think they've been okay recently. They've been okay recently. They're not a good rebounding team, though. So, I mean, Duran 25.5. So, yeah, his normal minutes are probably going to be like, I think 24 to 30. And yeah, he's been absolutely crushing. So I definitely like it. I think it's a good spot for him. I mean, over in the last 16 out of 20 games, and of course he didn't go over against fucking Dallas without AD. But yeah, no, Tommaso, I think this is a good bet for sure. And then I mean, if Cade misses, I mean, he just had a great game with Cade. Dennis Schroeder is very capable of feeding him. Probably get a little less pick and roll stuff too. Yeah, I mean, they're allowing the most points per game to putbacks on the year. I think this is a great look, to be honest.
That'd probably be my only lean over right now for that game.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm not playing it either. I think it's just because like he didn't go over against Dallas, which is like the same as the Spurs, right? They didn't have a center, and yeah, I mean that shit just is pissing me off in my head. So yeah, but I think it's a good bet. Chris Paul are under assists or under rebounds and assists. So yeah, I mean that makes sense. I think that I know the Pistons have been really not allowing assists weirdly. I will say, let's see. So assists are at 6.5. He basically plays like the thing is you gotta I would stay away just because the Castle thing. Because if there's no Castle, then he's actually gonna get like a lot of usage and stuff, right? So yeah, I wouldn't play Franz under. Just deep drop, gonna encourage a lot of shooting and stuff. What's up, Eric? What's up, homies? Just tapping in to give a like. Keep rocking. Appreciate it, Eric. Yeah, guys, make sure to drop a like, sub if you appreciate the stuff. So, yeah. Okay. Let's move over to Dallas versus New York. So AD, there's no way that AD should play here, right?
You
On a
would think.
back-to-back.
But Dallas, you never know.
Yeah, I mean, it would be insane to play AD. So I'm gonna assume that he's not playing. I think that it's very, very low likelihood that AD plays. And if that's the case, Spencer Dinwiddie has been playing really, really good hoops. Without all these guys, and it's a great matchup for him because he'll get a ton of pick and roll reps, on ball stuff, and that's great against New York, obviously. So yeah, let's see. I'm a fan of Dinwiddie, especially since
I would say Dinwiddie assists.
Dinwiddie assists 5.5. Yeah, give up a ton to the pick and roll man too. I mean, just like if you're going to be the pick and roll handler, you're going to have a ton of success. So, or even just PA. I think that's a good look too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is a great look. From the Knicks side of things, so I don't like this number for Cat, but I mean Dallas just has no rim protection. You want to bet on someone who is going to attack the paint relentlessly against Dallas. So you can talk yourself into Cat for sure. I just don't think that the 28.5 line is good value. I don't know, JJ. What do you think on Cat stuff?
I think it'd be great if Kai Jones is defending him. If they just want to go switch it up and just have PJ defend him because he always struggles against a smaller defender.
Yeah. So I mean, then it would be Kai Jones defending Josh Hart. I think that Josh Hart could have a pretty good game. Let's see, against Dallas, what did they do? Josh Hart took 10 shots. Cat took 16, so maybe they did cross match there. Yeah, Josh Hart's also someone who makes sense, right? I mean, like just like the physical aspect of it's like a slasher. OG too. I think you could talk yourself into him having a good matchup. I'm not a fan of any of these lines, really. I would like Josh a little bit more at like less juice at 12.5. But yeah, this game I really don't have anything crazy on. I think Macau's kind of in a tough matchup. I saw. So what's up, Winter? Let's see. Hope y'all doing good. Yeah, I hope you're doing good too. Yep, J-Man, we like Dur and stuff. Levine under. Yep, Winter. We're going game by game here, so I'll get back to that later. But I think we said Macau over points. I actually don't like Macau at all here, to be honest. I think that he has a good number for sure, but look, I just want that physical driver against Dallas, right? Someone who's going to take a lot of their shots close to the basket, attack the rack, take advantage of the lack of rim protection, and that's just like not Macau whatsoever. So, yeah, not a fan of Macau here personally. But yeah, OG, you could talk yourself into that. Like I said, they're not really giving up catch and shoot stuff. Josh, I don't know, man. JJ, what do you think about Josh 12.5 points? Think he could take advantage of this matchup?
It's possible depending on how they match up. But I mean, at the moment, not too excited. It might be more like a live bet, possibly.
Yeah. Okay, I want to quick look up something because I like to think so. Dallas and San Antonio are pretty similar.
So you look at the last 8 games without Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges averaging the most drives.
Really.
But then you
But
got Cat averaging the most field goal attempts right behind OG.
I feel like McCall's drives just like end up in like pull-ups though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not saying he's not gonna be able to get to those, but like I don't know. I want that physical driver who's like gonna take advantage of the lack of rim protection. And you could make a case that that's Josh. You could, but then Josh is like,
Josh is only averaging 3.9 drives.
yeah, that's crazy. Okay, yeah, and it's like because he's just like a low usage guy, right? He's not getting like stuff ran for him, so you'd almost like want like the catch and shoot aspect for Josh, just so he can like attack like a closeout or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's kind of what's keeping me off Josh too. I don't know. I would bet Cat for sure if this line was like 28 or 20, maybe like 26 and a half. But yeah, there's like the cross match aspect, but then it's like the cross match. Like I think that where Cat struggles is like the cross match into rim protection, and that won't be the case. So, yeah, I just don't have much stuff on this. So I think we both agree that Dinwiddie's in a really good spot. Dinwiddie PA is probably a very good look. But outside of that, let's just move on. Jimmy Butler. Oh, let's see. Was there any other questions on this? Okay. Oh, AD already said he's not playing. Okay, good. Sweet. Yeah, so during assists, I mean, like I said, guys, I mean, we're just going game by game. So we're ask questions on this Heat Warriors game, but quick go to this one. Or I guess let's go to Clay under 3-pointers made. What's it at? 2.5? Ooh, I don't know about that. He's just gonna run so much off ball action. Clay probably actually gets defended here by. Do you think Clay probably gets defended here by Campaign? Or Dinwiddie? Or no. I would think he gets defended here by Campaign personally.
I'd say maybe Mikal Bridges.
So you think Cam takes Dinwiddie?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, well, both those guys, whoever gets the Campaign matchup is gonna probably have a good one. I would not play this Clay line, to be honest with you, bro. I mean, he's gonna be chucking with all these guys out. And 2.5 is like honestly really, really low for Clay. I actually might take the over, to be honest. I feel like just like 2.5 for Clay is like absurd. But yeah, that's something. Yeah, I would not play the under. 48% of Mikal Bridges buckets near the basket. 20. Yeah. Yeah, no, Mikal, you guys can play it. I personally just want to attack it with a physical player. Homies, DeAndre Hunter threes. Okay, yeah, we'll get to that later. Okay, yeah, Heat versus Warriors. Pods 2 threes. So yeah, so obviously, guys, it's a Jimmy Butler revenge aspect. I don't know. Jada, do you think Jimmy Butler like tries super hard to score here, or because I really don't.
Honestly, I don't know. Nobody knows what Jimmy Butler ever wants to do.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. Yeah. So I mean, Heat will probably scheme very aggressively against Steph, and all signs kind of point to Steph playing. His line's kind of baked into like having a slight minute restriction, and like the dude missed one game, so I'm not sure. But like I don't like taking clear cut like top options against Miami because Spo usually always has something up his sleeve for them. So yeah, pods like by default, right? If you're scheming super aggressively against top option, you're gonna give up catch and shoot looks. And he's been shooting the ball well. Definitely been shooting the ball well. We could go to games with Steph, with Jimmy, and 35 minutes there. That was without Curry. Let's take out this like 1 minute game. Like that's bullshit. But he's averaging 5.8 attempts, which is very good. It is very juiced, Tommaso. I will say that, and ton of variance. But Tommaso, I think this is a pretty good look. I don't know what the juice is on your Italy book, but I think this is a pretty good look. JJ, what are you thinking about pods here?
I mean, I like it. I mean, he's been balling out lately.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got a little Wiggins revenge aspect here. I don't know where you're getting I think it's like 20. It's pretty much 21.5 everywhere, which is very, very high for Wiggins. I guess there's a 20.5 at DraftKings. Yeah, I mean, he's been hooping. And I didn't know Wiggins had this in his bag still, but apparently he does. JJ, do you have any thoughts on Wiggs here? I guess games with Hero and Bam.
He's probably gonna check.
Yeah, he is averaging 21.
He's been isoing a lot.
Yep, and the Warriors will. Warriors in isolation, they're not going to throw anything at Wiggins. I don't think any team really will, to be honest with you. But yeah, I don't hate it, J-Man. Yeah, no, right? It's like, I mean, Curry restriction would be weird. It just Miami, they do a pretty good job against top options. Spo's a good game planner, so. Yeah, no, definitely had a really good game. I did peep that too. But yeah, I don't know. I think that this is a fine line for Steph. But yeah, I mean, it definitely. I mean, without Jimmy, right? I mean, he is averaging 27.4 points. He is over in 11 out of 17 games. This game he got hurt in, so it's like, I mean, yeah. JJ, what do you think about Steph points? I do agree, Mikal. His lines are really low.
I lean over right now. Miami's defense is not good at all, no matter who they play against. So I don't think they could defend them.
Yeah, I mean, who's going to be their off-ball screen guy? I have no clue, but okay. Let's move on to the next game: Atlanta versus Houston. I have a very strong lean here. Jalen Green, the dude on the thumbnail. I really like his under 31.5 PRA. Look, schematically, the matchup against the Hawks. I know that the Hawks aren't a great defense. I think they have been allowing pull-ups too. Let me quick check this. They've been pretty middle of the pack, I guess, there. But yeah, the Hawks are just like a weird defense, right? One thing I do know is that I'm very confident that Dyson Daniels does take Jalen Green here. And look, this is just like with the Rockets at full strength. I mean, he's just under so much more than he's not. And he's only averaging 26 PRA. Even you could like check the last 3 games. He played 37, 32, and 36 minutes. I still do think that Jalen Green, honestly, guys, if he's off, like Ime won't hesitate to bench him. So, I mean, you could do like 30 to 38 minutes or so. And then even with 30 to 38 minutes, right? Because I think this is a pretty good minute range with everyone healthy. Like he still is only averaging 26.3 PRA. And then he's only over in 7 out of 19 games. Like I said, I do think he has a tough individual assignment. I can't speak to it really schematically. And I can, the Hawks as a whole are like a bad defense. So, yeah, JJ, I don't know. What's your thoughts here on potentially like a Jalen Green under?
I know Atlanta always switches up their defense with like these like high scoring players game to game. So I can't really say at the moment. Let's see.
Yeah, let's see.
I guess it just really depends on how crazy he wants to get.
See, J-Man made a good point. Yeah. I just, I don't know, man. It feels really high. It feels like this line should. Jalen Green's a very inconsistent player too. So it's like, like you don't really want to look at averages with him, right? Jalen Green's like just like hit or miss. So and like a lot of these games are misses, right? But yeah, J man, this is a good point. I did look at this and like for sure, I'm assuming Dyson guarded him last time and he had a really good game against him. So yeah, it's tough right now. This is a very strong lean, but I just can't quite get there. Yeah, for sure. I'll think about it a little bit more. But just like I hate taking unders against like shit teams, right? Shit teams who I don't know that they're gonna be aggressive on him and stuff. And just they have a lot of guys. They really have a lot of guys who can beat them with them at full strength. And this Denver game was pretty weird. It was like Jalen Green was a part of like a comeback and stuff. But like I do think that like he's due to get benched really at any really point, any stage of the game. It's like you can like look at a little bit anything with him too, right? It's like under assists is a good look. Under rebounds, he stays under a lot. Under points, he stays under a ton. So yeah, this feels a tad high personally. You like Van Vliet stuff? Yeah. This is Fred Van Vliet. I don't really know. It feels like a fairly fair price line personally. Said can't really speak the Hawks stuff. Okongwu 1-3. Has he been shooting?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Sengun does not move great. I actually like this, Tommaso.
Yeah, I think Sengun lets him shoot here.
Yeah, me too. See, they played. Got up 2-3s there. Yeah, no, I don't hate this at all, Tommaso. I think this is a pretty good look. Yeah, just so Brooks threes. Yeah, probably not. I mean, what have they been giving up with catch and shoot stuff? Atlanta Hawks. Actually, pretty low frequency of catch and shoot stuff, so really haven't been giving up a ton there. Yeah, Atlanta's all over the place, man. I swear, like at one point in the year, they were like big time, like pull up funnel, then they were paint funnel, and now they're catch and shoot. So, Van Vliet assists, Brooks threes. I don't know, JJ. Do you have any thoughts on this stuff? Brooks feels pretty high, to be honest.
I think it's a fair line.
Yeah, I agree. And I agree with Van Vliet being fair too. Dyson rebounds and assists. So definitely probably not a good assist spot. I mean, let's see. It's at 9.5 at FanDuel. He's been really good with this line. So with Trey, without Jalen. Yeah, I mean he's been crushing it. I'm not a big fan of the matchup personally. Oh yeah, sorry about that. I'll send it right here. Why do these links keep on fucking expiring? But
you have it set to unlimited.
I did, but I always set it to unlimited, and then whenever I copy it, it just like says it expires. So yeah, it's weird. Okay. Memphis, Utah. Let's spend some time on this game. So I really think that this game is like a wait and see with the starting lineup with Memphis. But I mean, yeah, Jazz are giving up a ton of catch and shoot stuff. It's a great matchup for Kennard. They're terrible in transition too. Memphis is just like the best transition team in the league. So it's like they're gonna put up a shit ton of points here. Jalen Wells could be interesting, JJ, for like an alt line, I think, because he's like a vary. It's like he might play terrible minutes or he might play really good minutes or something.
Yeah.
But Desmond Bane assists, I think we're at 5.5. If you can get a 5.5 line for Bane, I like that a ton for sure. Jaren, do you have any Jaren thoughts here?
Honestly, I don't know. I think he can excel in this matchup.
I want the low usage guys here personally. So it's like, like Santi makes a ton of sense in my opinion, but you just have to. I just want to make sure he's wait and see with him. Edie.
I have to wait and see a lineup for these low usage players.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if Kennard's going to come off the bench again. Because typically when John Morant's out, he starts. But, yeah, obviously they want to switch it up.
Yeah. Yeah, so look, Luke Kennard, transition spot up. That's exactly what you want against the Jazz. Off-ball screen, too, if you're going to get some of those usage. Some usage like that is going to be good. So it's like, I think Bane assist is a good look. I think that Kennard stuff is a good look. Santi, Jalen Wells on an alt line maybe because you don't know with his minutes. But that's kind of it for the Memphis side of things. That's the only things I really have input on personally. But yeah, just gotta wait for the starting lineup. And then on the Grizzlies, on the Jazz side of things, JJ, one thing that I noticed is that when they play a good team, the guys will actually they won't play terrible minutes. So it's against Wizards, it's well, they're trying to lose here. Against the Raptors, terrible minutes for Sexton. Both the terrible minute games came against shit teams where they're obviously trying to lose. So it's that kind of makes sense. We know that Memphis is a big jumper funnel with catch and shoot stuff, with pull-ups and stuff like that. So I think Colin Sexton assists is a tad interesting at 3.5. Do you have any thoughts there?
I hate playing his assists because sometimes he just doesn't want to pass at all.
Yeah, my thoughts are just that on his drives, they're gonna overhelp a ton,
Yeah. And knowing him, he'll try and force the shot.
Yeah, that could definitely be in play. But I mean, he's just been absolutely crushing this line. Over in the last 14 out of 18 games with 24 to 32 minutes. I know that they played really recently, and Sexton had 16 potential assists, which is a ton for him. So he actually wasn't forcing it there. But yeah, FanDuel has a good line. It's everywhere else kind of stinks here. I guess you could do 6.5 rebounds and assists. But yeah, you don't really want to play. I don't like playing around with Sexton's rebounds. But yeah, FanDuel has a good line. MGM, Hard Rock, and then it's kind of gets dicey past DraftKings. But that's probably my biggest lean here. Cody Williams. Do you have any thoughts on Cody Williams?
Let me check. I know he's been starting lately.
Shot 1 for 8. 2 for 6. 1 for 7.
Been good for this line.
It's been really good, yeah.
He just has to make a shot.
Yeah. Because Memphis, I think, is a pretty good matchup for him looking at his shot chart, right? Not really reliant on scoring in there. It's mostly just 3-point stuff. Yeah. Yeah, he did. Kennard, Bane assist, Aldama. I think we're all kind of on the same page here with this stuff. Collier, he's kind of starting to fall off with his assists. It is at 6.5 now. But let's see, without Markkanen and Collins. Yeah, I think Collier really benefits from playing with Laurie and John Collins, people who just come off a screen and make a quick move and score. So yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of Collier here. Let's see, head to head. Okay. Yeah, let's move on to the next. OKC Sacramento. Okay, so now we actually have lines here. Good. Jalen Williams, I feel like he's probably going to play here, I would guess. Shea should play. Shea's gonna get blitzed relentlessly, so his assist could be, or someone else on OKC is probably gonna have to step up and make some plays. Chet's questionable. Yeah, J-Dub like was legitimately hurt, so it's like an obviously OKC. OKC is probably gonna be pretty cautious with J-Dub minutes here, I would assume. So we could go to like with Shea. We don't know if Chet's gonna play. I would think he plays, but I'm not sure. And yeah, so J-Dub. I don't hate a J-Dub under, to be honest with you. I'd probably set his min range to, I don't know, I'd probably project him for like 28 minutes or something. And like I think Kings could definitely make it a little tough on him. Or they're just gonna blitz like every rep. So let's see, with like 32 to 20. Yeah, I don't know, JJ. What do you have any thunder thoughts here?
Just Shea assist right now. I'm pretty sure they'll blitz him.
Yeah. Yep. Let's see, with the games with J-Dub and Chet. Yeah, I'm just not a big fan of the price, to be honest. I wish it was like 6.5 for like -105 or something. But yeah, I definitely agree. He's definitely gonna get blitzed, and he had great potential, great assist numbers here. So that's definitely good stuff. What is his rebounds and assists? Okay, plus money at 11.5 doesn't sound terrible, but yeah. Okay, King side of things. Wow, Zach LaVine has a 17.5 line. That is crazy. That's actually insane. I wonder if Sabonis is going to play here. I think he maybe does. I'm not sure. Because the Kings
he does.
Yeah. Yeah, and if Sabonis plays, man, I mean, let's see, head to head. They do have Chet and Nyhard, so they're going to make it tough in the paint. Keegan Murray has a good matchup with the spot up stuff, but okay. I would like Keegan to be a little bit lower than this personally, but and I guess we don't even know if Monk's gonna play either. I think he's sick right now. Guys, Zach LaVine, this is kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. 17.5 points. What about DeMar stuff, JJ? Like OKC. Let's see. This was with everyone healthy, and they lost by 34. But I guess he shot 0 for 4 from deep, and then he had a 30 bomb against him. Yeah, I don't know. Do you think OKC is going to be like hyper aggressive, or what are you thinking here?
I probably lean a little bit more towards hyper aggressive. Because so we think Hartenstein matches up with Sabonis.
Yep.
Are we putting Chet on Keegan?
Yes, I would assume so. He's going to cheat off him. But we also just don't know if Chet's going to play, right?
Yeah. I feel like a one big lineup would make more sense here.
Yeah, I agree. We've seen, but also you're not going to bench Chet, and you like when it's like Hardenstein who would come off the bench, and you definitely want Hardenstein to match Sabonis's physicality, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think it's something you could live with.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see. That's probably it. It's like it's kind of tough here. So DeMar, what did DeMar say? He had 10. I really don't think DeMar. I just know that OKC does not give a shit about DeMar scoring. I don't think. Let's see, head-to-head assists. Yeah, he did have 6 assists in one game. Yeah, I do like Shea assist too. I think that's a good look. Murray 14 both games versus OKC. They probably don't. Yeah. Yeah, no, Keegan Murray definitely could be a good look too. I agree. Let's go to Cleveland, Portland. And let's see here. I think DeAndre Hunter's interesting. So, okay, here's the thing, guys. Donovan Clingan in the pick and roll is like not going to be able to defend Darius Garland like at all. Like he's going to get put in because there's no Donovan Mitchell. So Darius Garland has been ass recently. I'm not going to lie to y'all, but still without Donovan Mitchell, if we go to like the Cavs, you take Donovan Mitchell off the court, Darius Garland is still averaging 27 and almost 9 per 36. Let's see, games without despite a. Looks like his rotate. He's averaging 33 minutes in these games. 6.5 point spread. What do you think about Darius Garland, like PA potentially here?
I think it's all right. I don't know. He's been struggling with DeAndre Hunter there. 4, 16, 7 to 17.
I think he's just been shooting poorly.
No, he just doesn't look like he wants to score.
Let's see. Without Mitchell, with Hunter. Yeah, I guess he didn't have great games. Yeah, I mean, he shot 4 for 16 there, so that's not great, especially in a game that went to overtime. Yeah, DeAndre Hunter had a massive game against them. The thing is, I wonder if they start him or. Okay, what is going on? Jeez. I think we're probably getting the spam rated. Yep. Are we? I have no clue. Okay. Yeah, no, DeAndre Hunter definitely makes sense. He's had some really good games. I will say he shot 3 for 5 shots and had 18 points, which is crazy. He had a great game against Portland. And Portland, they're going to have to balance this thing out, right? It's like, okay, Clingan, he's your only center, and you're going up against a team that has Evan Mobley and Jared Allen. But Clingan's not going to be able to defend the pick and roll whatsoever against Garland. So what is like Garland first quarter stuff, maybe? Five and a half. So let's see, without Donovan Mitchell. He's playing like 8 minutes or so. Damn, okay. Yeah, so Clingan, I don't know what's gonna happen with Clingan. So they're either gonna get killed in the paint if they bench Clingan, or they are going to get absolutely cooked by Garland. So it's like without Mobley's been really good without what's his name? Garland. And he only played 32 minutes in this Blazers game, even though it went to overtime. I think he was in foul trouble or something. And I remember everyone like complaining about it. But yeah, JJ, do you have any thoughts on this one?
The main two people I like is DeAndre Hunter and Evan Mobley.
Yeah.
Outside of that, not really anything else.
Yeah. Spider didn't play as well. Yep. Jared Allen, PRA. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of having trouble seeing what Portland's going to do, because if they keep clinging on the court, it's going to be a huge Garland game, PA wise, in my opinion. And if they don't, they're going to get killed down low by Mobley. And yeah, I think it could be just like a big Mobley game. And like hit rates are obviously really, really good here. Who guards Mobley? Like they put Tamani on him, or Denny maybe. Maybe Denny and then Tamani on Garland.
Yeah. I think that's probably your best bet there.
Yeah. upgrade. So where is Evan at? Evan Mobley is averaging 25 points per game, or points per 36, without Mitchell on the court, which is definitely nice. Pretty good assist stuff too. Okay. Yeah. Definitely like all these looks too. Mobley makes sense. So okay. That's gonna do it, guys. Let's see. Actually, let's quick craft a lotto, eh? Quick craft a little lotto. Do you want Jalen Wells in there, JJ? Or what do you think?
Probably not.
No. Okay. Okay. We need to actually hit one of these. First of all. Okay. Who do we like here today? Oh, Luke Kennard. I think Luke Kennard's worth betting early. Luke Kennard 3 threes. What do you think about that?
I like that.
Okay. Luke Kennard 3 threes. What do you think about Desmond Bane 8 assists?
What's the read for Desmond again?
Just against Utah, right? Like allowing all those catch and shoot stuff and no jaw. So it's
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, I can see that.
let's see games without jaw with Jaren. He's averaging 6.4 assists. I think a lot of these games were with like shit minutes, so I could be wrong, but he actually has like some like random spike games too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's against Utah. I like this. Bane 8 assists. Luke Kennard 3 threes. Do you like anything else from this game?
Nah, I think that's it.
Do you like? You said you're not a fan of Sexton assists. Like, I guess I could get it there.
It's all right.
Okay, we need one last little leg. Kings Thunder could be interesting. Could see some like Dort spike game threes, and we don't have Dort threes, of course. Though, what about Chet to hit 2 threes against Sacramento?
I can see that.
Yeah, Shade's gonna get blitzed at will. And just gonna leave threes open. And also Chet might. I don't know how the rotations go, but actually, yeah. Oh, we also don't know that. What about Shea alt assist? Do you like that?
Like A+.
Yeah. Oh, okay. JJ, how you feeling about this? Plus, and then let's see. Can we do anything else here? One made 3. What about Chet 2 threes? Okay, JJ, what do you think about this? Desmond Bane 8 assists, Kennard 3 threes, Shea to get 8 assists, and then Chet to hit 2 threes.
I like it. I think it correlates with what we see for the games.
Yeah, like ton of blitzing and stuff. So, yeah, let's see. Do we have any profit boosts? NHL. What's this? A free daily shuffle. I need to be playing these. March Madness. Okay. All right, let's let it rip. 15 to win 479. Okay, let's do it. Gee. Clean 500. I actually do like this, JJ. I think it makes sense.
No, it definitely does.
Okay. Sweet. Yeah, Chet's questionable. Yeah, so he might not even play. And it'll just like make the odds worse. Okay, cool. All right, I think that's gonna do it. JJ, do you have anything to say before we head out?
Not much, honestly. Just try and get through this slate.
Agreed. Yeah, this slate stinks. I think there could be some interesting stuff before the tip off for sure. But yeah, as of now, it's like damn, that shit does not look good. Okay. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure to like and sub on your way out if you didn't already. And yeah, you guys have a great rest of your day.